Hi my friends, welcome to class. My name is Angie. Today we're going to be doing some deep stretch, so more of a yin practice. It won't be quite as long, but if you're feeling some stuff in the hips and in the legs, this is for you. We will really just try to open up. I'm feeling a little bit of tightness in my outer hips, so we're going to work on that. We'll begin in child's pose, toes together, knees wide, set the hips back, reach the arms forward. You know where we're going here. Take your time getting there. Reach the arms out in front of you. And let the head, forehead come down to the mat or to a block. Taking a few breaths to settle in here. I know a lot of us live very busy lives. The way society is molded, it wants us to keep going. It wants us to push, to do more, work harder. Lift heavier, make another video, just continuing to build and build and build. And while that is so important for us to build and set up this life for ourselves, it's also just as important to rest. So allow yourself through this practice to just exist. We're not trying to force anything here. And at times it might get a bit uncomfortable. The stillness in a busy world can be hard. So can you sit with yourself in stillness? Notice your tendencies. Notice where the mind goes. Big breath in through the nose, fill all the way up. Feel the ribs expand in all directions. Exhale, side out the mouth. Good. Inhale to round up to a tabletop. Stack the knees under the hips, the wrists under the shoulders. A few cat-cows here. Drop the belly, lift the chest, gaze up. Exhale to round, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale for cow. Feel free to spend a few extra moments in any stuck or sticky areas. Exhale to round. Give yourself time and space here. I won't be moving fast. There's always time to catch up. Good. One more cow. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Gentle bend in the elbows. Expose the heart forward. Exhale, neutral tabletop. And then we'll begin sending the hips side to side. I like to walk my hands a little bit forward here. This just gives me a little bit more space. And then you send your hips to the left and then to the right. Keep going. Side to side, stretching through that outer hip. Good. All right. Come back into a tabletop and we'll draw the right foot in front of us. Asana. So we're not going to go Anjaneyasana here, meaning we're going to keep the hands on the ground. If you have blocks, you can place blocks under the hands as well. But long spine. And you can be mindful of this connection of the torso on the thigh. So the entire torso is connected here. So for rounding, you might notice the torso comes up, but can you lengthen through the spine? Get a nice hip flexor stretch here. Pull the shoulders back and down. Big breath in. Exhale, straighten through the front leg for half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. So the right hip is in line with the left, and we're drawing the right toes towards the face. And I like to settle here with the flat spine before I fold, just to open up through the back of the leg. Then once I find that space, I might bend the elbows a little bit, drop the torso, drop the head. Release the neck, unclench the jaw. Maybe it feels good to point and flex through the front toes. Notice how that changes the stretch from the back of the leg to the front of the foot when you point. Ooh. Yeah. All right, we're gonna inhale, press into the right foot, left hand stays planted, right arm reaches up, and exhale, taking a quad stretch here. So we're bending into the left foot, and you don't have to grab the left foot. You can just reach towards it, that's enough. Or if you have the space, you can grab. Sometimes a block under the left hand is helpful, just to bring the ground a little closer. Exhale to release. Right hand comes on the inside of the right leg, and we're going to wiggle the right foot off to the side for more of a lizard lunge now. So you can stay on the hands here. I like to come onto the pinky side edge of my right foot. Your choice. So you can feel what it feels like to have the foot firmly planted or open the leg here. Just some people like to call this winged lizard, letting the leg fall out. You could even press into the right leg with the right hand, taking a bit of a twist. Right hand comes back to the mat, and we're gonna scoot the right foot back a little bit and then come onto the left hip. So we're in this, what did somebody call this the other day? I cannot remember, it's escaping me. But your right foot is in line with the left thigh, and the left leg is long. And you're sitting up, so you're pushing into the left hand here. And you could even reach the right hand towards the left foot. You'll feel this through the outer left hip, through the psoas muscle, through the side body a bit here, right above the hip. Beautiful. And we'll come back through center. Hands come to the mat, and we'll step back into downward facing dog. Spending a few moments here pedaling out your dog. Maybe rocking the hips side to side. Exhale to drop the knees down. And then we're going to pull the left foot up for Asvasanchalanasana. So hands are framing the front foot. Long torso here. Again, blocks under the hands can be very supportive. Keep the breath flowing nice and smooth. So we'll say more of a deep stretch, less yin. Yin is going to be longer holds, 3 to 5 minute holds. Deep stretch, not quite holding as long. So that's kind of where we're at today. Exhale the hips back, straighten through the front leg, half splits. Hips are squared, left hip pulls back, pulling the toes towards the face. Maybe taking some circles in the ankle or pointing and flexing the toes, just feeling through. When you're ready, you can fold on in. All right. On your next breath in, we'll bend into the left knee. Right hand plants, maybe a block. And then we're twisting here. Left arm can reach up towards the sky. Wait, left hand towards the sky, right knee bends. One thing about me, guys, my left and rights, not my best. But that's okay. There's no such thing as perfection anyways. And me messing up my left and rights doesn't define my value as a human and as a teacher. And you know, sometimes we put on these expectations on ourselves, and when we don't meet them, we might shame ourselves or feel bad about ourselves, but we're just human, you know? So release the right foot. Left hand comes on the inside of the left foot this time. And you can wiggle that left foot out to the left a bit, coming into lizard here. Settling into the hips. Maybe you want to come onto the pinky side edge of the left foot. Maybe you take a little wing lizard here, pressing the left knee away from you. Maybe you try it and you're like, oh, no. We don't like that. And then you come back to lizard. That's okay too, but you know what? You tried. All right, from here, left foot is going to wiggle down a bit, and then you're going to come onto the right hip. You can pull this left leg in a little bit closer, in line with the right thigh. Walk the right hand up a bit, and then reach towards the left foot. Feeling this nice little stretch through the outer right hip and the outer side body. All right, from here, hands plant down, left leg extends to meet the right, come onto your belly, and we'll come into crocodile for a moment. So stacking the palms, let the forehead rest on the back of the palms, release the legs, soften the glutes. And pause here, just notice where we might be holding tension. Send your breath there, breathe into it. And
just as much as we notice resistance and tension in our body, can we notice what feels good, where there's space and expansion? And breathe into it. Bend the knees here. And windshield wiper the legs side to side. Good. All right. Legs go long. Hands come flat to the ground, elbows underneath the shoulders. And then pull the heart forward. So we're setting up for Sphinx here. So feet are wide. Wide feet is going to take some pressure off the low back. And we're pressing the big toes into the ground, the toenails into the ground. And that, you might notice, will lift up the low core off the ground. And then pull the heart forward. Send the shoulder blades back and down the spine. Maybe it feels good to drop out in the head, stretch through the back of the neck. Just being mindful not to drop into the shoulders here, so we're nice and strong. Right, lift the head up, drop the chest down, and then lift the hips, keep the knees together. We'll come into an embryo pose, so send the hips back here. And if this is a lot on the hip joints right away, maybe you just keep the forearms on the ground and drop out the head. Or, if this is great and you want more, let the forehead come all the way to the mat and send the arms behind you. Let the shoulders fall away from the spine. And we'll come into a quick rabbit pose. So the hands will wrap around the soles of the feet. We'll lift the torso up to tuck the chin into the chest. Top of the head comes to the mat, and then lift the hips. So we're not dropping into the head here. We're really using the strength of the legs to hold the torso up, but a little pulley system with the arms here, with the connection of the soles of the feet to the hands. You get a nice stretch in between the shoulder blades. Breathe into that space. Exhale to lower the hips. Let the torso come up. Good. Send the legs long. And we'll pull the right foot into the inner left thigh. Left hand will come to the right knee. Inhale. Left hand, right knee. Here we go. Right hand comes high, and then exhale over to the left. Nice side body stretch here. All right. Inhale back up through center. Face the front foot this time. Inhale the arms high. And exhale to fold over.
Inhale to lift back up. And then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. And then right knee is going to come towards the foot. So there might be a big gap here, especially if you have tight hips like me. So a block under the hip or under the knee is fine, or a pillow. But either way, we're sitting nice and tall here. Allow the breath to be soft. You might notice we open up when we let go of the breath, when we begin to actually breathe. We're not holding it anymore. And maybe you open so much that you can begin to hinge forward. Ooh, just a little bit. Soften the belly. Soften the hips. Notice where the gripping is, or the resistant of the muscles is. See if you can just give it permission to soften. All right, hands come behind you. Separate the feet nice and wide. Move slow. This can be intense. And then 90-90 legs. Just let the legs fall over side to side. Good. All right, Janu Shirshasana on the right. So right leg long, left knee pulls into the chest, into the inner thigh. Right hand to left knee, little twist. Inhale, the left arm high. And then exhale, side bend over towards that right foot. And you might notice this side looks completely different than the other. Mine sure do. All right, inhale up through center. Turn the body to face your front extended leg. Inhale, the arms high. And exhale to fold. Maybe the forehead comes down to a block or to the shin. All right, begin to lift up. And then this time we're going to stack the left ankle on top of the left knee. The right ankle on top of the left knee. Man. Hips come down. And then your right knee is going towards the left foot. Option to have a block or a pillow under the knee. Using our breath, releasing through that right hip. Maybe you hinge forward a bit, and then you can begin to fold. Inhale the torso up. Take both legs nice and wide. Ooh, move slow. And then 90-90 the legs side to side. Just windshield wipering back and forth. All right, we'll come in through center. Send both legs long this time. Inhale the arms high, and exhale to forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Getting a full body stretch here, posterior chain, back of the legs, the muscles along the spine, back of the neck. And if you're not feeling that full stretch, try like lifting up, straightening out the spine, and then refolding. And you'll find the connection eventually. All right, lift up, scoot forward on your mat, and come all the way onto your back. All right, option to take a supported bridge here, so block under the hips. Otherwise, we'll plant the feet firmly, nice and close to the glutes, and lift the hips for a bridge. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in here. Exhale, lower the hips all the way down. Coming into Shavasana. Send the legs long. Take up space. Palms face up. Toes fall out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Feel the torso expand with air. Let it go. Shavasana. Fill the lungs with air. Empty out. Notice any colors or lights behind the eyes. Feel the connection points of your body on the ground. Feel the air on your skin. Notice any sounds around you, maybe outside the room or the building. Begin to flicker gentle movements into the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch. Feel free to roll over to one side or walk the feet in. Maybe let the knees knock, your choice. And when you're ready, you can begin to press yourself up into a comfortable seat. We'll seal the practice with the sound of one Om. Pull the hands into heart center, Anjali Mudra. Taking a full breath in to prepare. Inhale the thumbs to the third eye, sealing the practice with a bow. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have created some more space in your hips, and we'll see you next time.